Whenever you're ready, Mr. Lally.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Could you please state your name and spell your last name for the jury?
Michael Camerano, Camerano,
And where do you live, sir?
292 Mechanic Street in Canton.
So I'm going to ask you to keep your voice up, please, okay?
Sir, if you want that microphone's adjusted, around to whatever's comfortable, okay? And how long have you lived in Canton?
18 years.
And that residence you live at, who, if anyone, do you live there with?
My wife and 2 children,
And what's your wife's name?
Catherine,
And how old are your 2 children?
16 and 13.
And the 16-year-old, is that a boy or a girl?
Girl,
And your other child, is that a boy or a girl?
boy,
Now, your wife, how long have the 2 of you been married?
25 years.
And do you work, sir?
Yes.
What is it that you do for work?
Labor's union.
And does your wife work as well?
Correct.
And what does she do?
She's a nurse.
Now, sir, if I could turn your attention to January 28th, 2022. Do you recall that date, sir?
Yes.
And were you working that day?
Yes.
And do you recall what day of the week that was?
Friday.
And following work, what did you do after work?
I went home, did some stuff with the kids.
And during the time that you were home, who, if anyone, did you speak with, either via phone, text?
I was talking to John O'Keefe.
And with regard to John O'Keefe, how did you know John O'Keefe?
I met John 7 years ago.
And how was it that the 2 of you met?
We met through mutual friends, and then our kids became very friendly.
And the mutual friends through whom you met, who were they?
The Robertses,
And what are their first names?
Kurt and Kerry.
And starting with Kurt Roberts, how do you know Kurt Roberts?
I grew up with Kurt.
Where did the 2 of you grow up?
Milton?
So you've known Kurt Roberts most of your life, is that correct?
Correct.
And you mentioned that, so you have 2 children. How many children did Mr. O'Keefe have?
2.
And those 2 children, as far as their ages and genders, what were they in relation to your 2 children?
Same.
So 16-year-old girl.
13-year-old son, yes.
And were each of your 2 children friends with Mr. O'Keefe's niece and nephew?
Correct.
Now, as far as friends were concerned, starting with your children and Mr. O'Keefe's niece and nephew, how close friends were they?
My daughter was extremely close.
And extremely close with John
Kaylee.
O'Keefe's niece, Kaylee?
Yeah. Yeah.
And with reference to your son and John O'Keefe's nephew, Patrick, what was sort of the nature of their relationship?
They were close also.
And as far as activities, what, if any, sort of activities did your kids do with Patrick and Kaylee?
Patrick and Michael played baseball together. Kaylee and Madeline played basketball. Soccer also.
And John O'Keefe, how would you describe your relationship with John O'Keefe?
We were close. We did a lot of stuff together. Pick up the kids, drop the kids off. We coordinated a lot of stuff together. We're friends.
And your residence versus, you're familiar with where Mr. O'Keefe lived, correct?
Yes.
Where did he live?
Meadows Ave.
And about how far away is Meadows Ave from where you live?
5 minutes.
Now, with regard to the girls, and by that I mean your daughter and John O'Keefe's niece, Kaylee, what, if anything, was going on with them on that particular day?
They both received acceptance letters to go to school.
And which school was that? Sir?
Bishop Fan?
Is that a private school?
Yes.
So at the time of this, in January 28th, 2022, what grade was your daughter and Kaylee Furbush?
8th grade.
And so this would have been going into 9th grade or high school, is that right?
Correct.
And what, if any, conversation did you have with Mr. O'Keefe in reference to that at some point in the afternoon?
We were both excited. They both received acceptance letters, and we wanted to get the kids together.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
I'm directing your attention.
Show counsel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm showing you the document
Okay.
just as far as specifically with reference to page, starting on page 188 of that document. If you could just look at that briefly and look up when you finish.
So I'm going to instruct the jury on this. These are text messages, right? All right, so folks, before you consider any electronic communications in your deliberations, you must first find that it's more likely true than not that the person who authored or sent these messages is this witness and or John O'Keefe. If you do not find that it's more likely true than not that the messages were sent or authored by Mr. Camerano or Mr. O'Keefe, then you may not consider the electronic communication in deciding this case. Okay? Go ahead, Mr. Lally.
Your Honor, may I approach this briefly again?
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry. Before I do that, Mr. Camerano, do you recognize what's depicted on that page that I just showed you?
Yes.
And what do you recognize it to be?
Text messages.
And those text messages that you had back and forth with Mr. O'Keefe on that date of January 28th?
Correct.
Your Honor, the call will seek to introduce and admit the book essentially as an exhibit.
Okay, is there any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Camerano, bring your attention back to page 187 of that document. Do you see anything in there listing sort of participants in a text communication or conversation? On the bottom of the page.
Yes.
And as far as who are sort of listed as the participants in that conversation that comes to follow on the next page? Sorry, sir, just from page 187. From
My wife.
your wife and who, if anyone else?
John.
And your wife, John, and is your number there as well? Sorry, you have to keep.
Correct.
So essentially, that's a conversation between yourself, your wife, Catherine, and John O'Keefe, correct?
Correct.
Now, beyond sort of your memory of that, as far as the numbers that are associated with those names, do you recognize any of those numbers as being yours, your wife's, and John O'Keefe's?
No, there's just 3 numbers there.
Now, sir, if I could ask you to flip the page to the next one, 188. Your Honor, with the court's permission, may Ms. Gilman publish this for the jury to read as well?
Yes.
Ms. Gilman, if you could go to page 188. I'm sorry, Ms. Gilman, if you could just, thank you. Read my mind. So, sir, what's up on the screen right now, is that what you have before you as page 188 of exhibits, I believe it's 48?
Yes,
What's up on the screen, is that what you have before you?
correct.
Okay. And as far as, from these conversations, there are blue bubbles and green bubbles, is that correct?
Correct.
And if you can tell from the content or from anything else on the page before you, who was communicating in the blue bubble and who was communicating in the green?
Katie, my wife?
From within.
Oh,
the
no,
bubble.
I'm communicating. Sorry, excuse me.
So there's a from and a to, is that
Yes.
correct?
Correct.
And so the sender would be in the from, is that your understanding?
Yes,
So this first one on the top of page 188, this is from you, is that correct?
correct.
What, if anything, did you say in this conversation?
Congrats, this is great news.
And what, if anything, are you referring to by that?
Kaylee getting her acceptance letter.
And Ms. Gilman, if you could just scroll down. And the next bubble, who is that from and what does it say?
It's from me. Yes, we did.
And if you could continue to scroll down, Ms. Gilman. And again, from this bubble, who is this from and what does it say?
It's from John. Same news, I hope.
Is that still in reference to the news regarding theme?
Correct.
And Ms. Gilman, if you could scroll down. Yeah. And again, sir, the next bubble, who is it from and what does it say?
It's from me. Yes.
Ms. Gilman, if you could. The next green bubble, what, if anything, does that say? And who is it from?
From John. Sweet. Congrats, Madeline.
And is that your daughter's name?
Correct.
And if you could continue to scroll down, Ms. Gilman. And again, the next bubble, who is it from and what does it say?
It's from my wife. I'm so excited for these girls. Madeline doesn't know yet.
Ms. Gilman, if you could continue down. And again, the next bubble, who is it from and what does it say?
From JJ.
And
Well, I told Kaylee already, so I'm sure she's texted her by now. Poor kid is probably a nervous wreck.
Ms. Gilman, if you could. And the next bubble,
I know.
and who is that from?
It's from my wife, Kate.
And if you could scroll down again, Ms. Gilman. And the next bubble, sir.
From me, I am sure she is freaking out.
If you could scroll down again, please. And the next bubble, sir, who is it from and what does it say?
From John. No doubt.
And if you could scroll down again, Ms. Gilman. Thank you. Now, sir, if I could, may I approach you on it just a...
Yes. Do we need the lights on?
I don't.
Mr. Camerano, are you able to see without these lights on?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
So, sir, I'm going to direct your attention to within the same exhibits, page 156. And so just before we get to that, on On this particular day, January 28th, 2022, where was your wife that day?
She was at home.
And at some point, did she go to work on the 28th?
Correct.
Okay. And what is sort of her typical work schedule with reference to, at that time, what was her sort of typical work schedule with reference to weekends?
She worked weekend nights, her shift.
And as far as your typical schedule on Friday evenings, what, if anything, was it that you would typically do?
Friday, I would be with the kids. I would, get them ready for stuff for the weekend, take care of all the activity that we have.
And then in reference to that, as far as the weekends were concerned, or Friday evenings in particular, what, if any, sort of usual thing would you do with reference to Mr. O'Keefe?
I would usually go over the O'Keefe's house every Friday.
And with your children, is that correct?
Correct, with at least one of them, if not both of them.
So either your son's hanging out with Patrick or your daughter's hanging out with Kaylee, typically on a Friday, correct?
Correct.
Now, with reference to what you have before you as page 156 of this exhibit, again, towards the bottom, is there an indication as to a conversation starting on the next page as far as who, if anyone, the participants are?
What are you asking?
May I approach, John?
Yes.
So what I want to direct your attention to is the bottom of page 156 here, as far as that box at the bottom. What, if anything, does that indicate as far as the participants in the conversation that continues or begins on the next page?
Myself and John?
And sir, if I could ask you to flip the page over to page 157. And Your Honor, with the court's permission, could I publish this part of the conversation for the jury?
Yes. There's no objection, Mr. Jackson, right?
No objection.
Your Honor, for the record, we're going from page 156 to page 159. And so, Mr. Camerano, again, what's up on the screen, is that what you have before you as page 157?
Correct.
And you can look at either, whether it's the book in front of you,
Okay.
or if it's easier to see the screen, either is fine. But with reference to what's up on the screen, that first bubble, as if you could indicate to the jury again who it's from and what does it say?
It's from JJ. How did Kara do, by the way?
And who is Karen?
I don't know.
Fair enough. Now, with reference, Ms. Gilman, if you could scroll down. And the next bubble again. I'm sorry. May I?
Take the screen down, please, Ms. Gilman. Turn on the lights, please. Thank you.
May I have just a moment with counsel?
Sure.
Okay.
Now, may I approach this to retrieve the exhibit?
Yes.
And
Yes.
just for the record, Your Honor, I would ask at this point to strike whatever, I don't think there was a whole lot done on that page, but whatever that was did not seem
Yes,
to be
it was an I don't know answer,
Right.
so.
Thank you.
Yeah. So jurors disregard that last question and answer.
My apologies. Directing your attention, Mr. Camerano, to what on 157 before you, is that what's up on the screen now?
Yes.
And so my apologies for the floor. But with regard to this first bubble on page 157, who is it from and what is it?
From JJ. You guys around tonight?
Ms. Gilman, if you could scroll down. And with respect to that next blue bubble, who is it from and what does it say?
From me. Kate is working. I'm around. Madeline Michael is going to the Loose to play with a friend.
And what is the loose play?
The Loose is a elementary school.
And was there
The, there's a park down there, activities for kids.
And Ms. Gilman, if you could scroll down to the next bubble. And again, who is it from and what does it say, sir?
From JJ. Okay. At the driveway with her now. I'll text on my way back.
And could that be at the doctor's?
Could be.
And Ms. Gilman, if you could scroll down to the next bubble. And again, who is it from and what does it say?
Oh, Don. From me to JJ, everything okay.
And if you could, down to the next bubble, Ms. Gilman. And again, who is it from and what does it say?
From JJ. Yes, stupid shit.
And if you could scroll down to the next bubble, Ms. Gilman. Again, fair to say that one's blank? Or as far as no text, but may have been something.
Yeah. And go back to the microphone or.
So Ms. Camerano, the next bubble has no text to it, is that correct?
Correct.
And now you can move out of the way. I just wanted that question.
The next bubble below that, green one, again, who is it from and what does it say, sir?
From Johnny. Just told Dr. Jin that they both got into fiend.
And if you could scroll down to the next bubble. And again, green bubble, who is it from and what does it say, sir?
From Johnny. Want to drop Madeline off and hit the hillside for a bit.
And what is a hillside, sir?
It's a pub.
And where is it located?
Canton.
And Ms. Gilman, if you could scroll down again. And the blue bubble on the screen, who is that from and what does it say?
From me to Johnny. I probably won't get to your house till 5:30.
And Ms. Gilman, if you could scroll down again. And again, that green bubble, who is it from and what does it say?
From Johnny. Okay.
Ms. Gilman, if you could scroll down again. And again, the blue bubble on the screen, who is it from and what does it say?
From me. I am leaving in 10.
And if you could scroll down again.
Johnny. Okay.
Hold on 1 second, sir. Just the noise. Okay.
Okay, sir. And the next screen bubble.
Could you answer again, please?
Yes. From JJ. Okay.
Thank you.
And Ms. Gilman, if you could scroll down one last time, and that's, thank you. Ms. Gilman, you can take that. Your Honor, may I approach just to retrieve?
Yes.
You're welcome.
Mr. Camerano, with regard to your statement in the text as far as leaving now, where were you leaving and where were you going to?
Leaving my house, going to John's house.
And who, if anyone, was going with you at that time?
My daughter.
And if you know approximately what time did you arrive at Mr. O'Keefe's house?
I don't.
Now, through your friendship with Mr. O'Keefe, did you become familiar with a person named Karen Reed?
Yes.
And how did you become familiar with her, and who, if anyone, was she to Mr. O'Keefe as far as you?
John introduced me to her. She was John's girlfriend.
And just to be clear, do you see Ms. Reed in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Could you just identify as to where she's seated or an article of clothing that she's wearing?
She's sitting right there.
No, just ask the record to reflect identification and identify the witness.
Yes.
Now, with regard to Ms. Reed, prior to that date of January 28, 2022, how long had you known Ms. Reed?
A year?
Do you recall approximately when you met her?
No.
And as far as you were aware, where Mr. O'Keefe lived, did Ms. Reed live there as well?
Yes, not full-time.
So she had a house of her own as far as you knew?
Correct.
And about how often on a given week would you see Mr. O'Keefe?
Couple times.
And about how often would you see Ms. Reed?
I would see her also.
Now, as far as your relationship with Mr. O'Keefe and/or Ms. Reed, would there be occasions where you would see Mr. O'Keefe without Ms. Reed?
Correct, yes.
And would there be any occasion where you would see Ms. Reed without Mr. O'Keefe?
Yes.
And where would that be?
At the house, maybe at Fields.
Now, with reference to their relationship, what, if any, conversation did you have with Mr. O'Keefe in regard to his relationship with Ms. Reed?
Objection.
Sustain, we need a time frame.
In the time period around, say, the weeks leading up to January 28, 2022, what, if any, conversation do you recall having with Mr. O'Keefe in regard to his relationship with Ms. Reed?
Just regular guy conversations.
Anything specific that you can recall?
No.
Now, when you arrived at the house, or typically when you would come over to Mr. O'Keefe's house, where is it that you would park?
In the driveway, to the right.
And is that what you did on this particular day?
Yes.
Now, when you arrived at the house, where did you go?
Into the house.
Yourself and your daughter?
Yes.
And when you got in there, who, if anyone, was at the house at that time?
Kaylee and John.
And what is it that you did, or what is it that occurred while you were in the house?
Excuse me?
What happened in the house?
We were just congratulating the girls, talking about how good it's going to be, different school, and just really excited for the girls.
And at some point, did yourself and Mr. O'Keefe make plans to leave the house?
Yes.
And where did you go?
We went down to McCarthy's.
And is that C.F. McCarthy's?
Correct.
Is that an establishment? Where is that?
It's in Canton Center.
And about how far away from Mr. O'Keefe's house is that?
5-10 minutes.
And is that somewhere that you're familiar with? You've been before?
Not frequently, no.
Now, with regard to, you know approximately what time you left Mr. O'Keefe's house and went to C.F. McCarthy's?
I don't.
And where were the girls when the two of you went to C.F. McCarthy's?
They were in the house.
And at the time that you left there and went to C.F. McCarthy's, who, if anyone else, were there any plans as far as meeting anybody else there?
I'm supposed to meet Karen.
Now, prior to leaving the house, what, if anything, did you or Mr. O'Keefe do with reference to the vehicles that were in the driveway?
So when we were leaving the house, I was parked in the driveway. John was parked on the left side of the driveway. John asked me I backed up so John could move his car out of the way so Karen could pull her car into the garage because of the snowstorm.
I'm sorry, you said because of the what now?
Snowstorm?
And as far as the snowstorm was concerned, what, if anything, did you know at that point in regard to that?
We were supposed to get a lot of snow.
I may have just one moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
trying to remember which is which. With the court's permission, I would ask that Ms. Gilman be allowed to publish a part of Exhibit 6, which is the driveway of the ring video.
Okay.
And Ms. Gilman, if I could ask for video number 145. I'm sorry, if you could pause it right there. Mr. Camerano, do you recognize what's up on the screen?
Yes,
And what do you recognize that to be?
myself and my daughter.
And as far as, may I approach the witness again, Your Honor?
Yes.
So just before you hear, this is a laser pointer. If you just press that button.
Okay.
point it.
Okay.
And Ms. Camerano, using that laser pointer that you now have with you, if you could direct the jury's attention to where in this video you observe yourself and your daughter. And there are two vehicles in this sort of frame, is that correct?
Yes.
And if you could, using the laser pointer, just describe to the jury whose car is who and where it is.
The white car is mine. The SUV is John's.
Now, as far as the ring system that Mr. O'Keefe had at his house at this time, as far as your knowledge of it, what, if anything, would the two of you do with reference to sort of picking up or dropping off kids in the ring video?
Yes, he had a camera, so like I'd always wave or give him, I always knew that he was like watching.
And do you know how he was watching if he wasn't home?
Yes, on his phone.
So would that be sort of a running joke between the two of you?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Gilman, if you could play this. Ms. Gilman, if you could just pause it there briefly. Now, Mr. Camerano, are you familiar with Mr. O'Keefe's house? You've been there plenty of times, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And with reference to sort of where you and your daughter sort of exited from the screen, what, if any, sort of entrances to the home are located in that area?
2 garage doors.
And are you familiar with that garage area?
Yes.
Is that typically how you would enter the house?
Yes.
And with regard to sort of the condition of the garage, was Mr. O'Keefe particular about that?
Yes. He was.
And how so?
He always kept things very tight. He was like OCD.
And so as far as how many garage doors, as far as, and what I mean by garage doors is sort of electronic up, up and
So there's
down.
2 garage doors that go up and down, and there's a door. Just a single entry door.
On the left, as far as the left door.
There was an old classic car he had, convertible.
And then as far as the right door,
Was empty.
and once, beyond those sort of bay doors that go up and down, what, if any, other entranceway into the garage was?
There's a side door.
And if you recall, when you were entering at that time on 28th with your daughter, how did you enter it?
We went to the garage door, electric door.
And was that something, what, if anything, was affixed to those garage doors as far as security was concerned, beyond that?
A keypad. We'd have to punch in a key.
And at the time, or at any time, were you familiar with what that passcode was?
Yes.
Now, when you walk into the garage, how is it that you get from the garage to the house?
You walk into the garage and you walk up 3 steps and you go into a door.
And then once you sort of walk up the 3 steps and go into the door, what part of the house are you in when you enter?
You pretty much in the kitchen.
And you mentioned that Mr. O'Keefe was meticulous, if not OCD, when it came to the garage. How did that relate to how he kept the house?
The same. Everything was very tidy. When you walked in the door into the house, to the left, you put your shoes, your coats would be hung there.
And as far as shoes were concerned, is that something that you wore inside the house or not?
He'd rather you not.
And that was pretty well known to people that had been there before, correct?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Gilman, from the same exhibit, if I could, actually, I'm sorry. Your Honor, with regard to the next video that's not contained on this Exhibit 5 from the same video, I would offer that at this time as the next exhibit.
And there was no objection, Mr. Jackson?
No objection.
Okay.
Exhibit 49.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, for the record, this would relate to Exhibit 6, and it's video number 148. And Ms. Gilman, with the court's permission, may I publish that to the jury at this time, Your Honor?
Yes.
And what was just up on the video, sir, it's just up on the screen as video number 148. That was what you had testified to previously as far as moving the cars.
Correct.
And why was that again?
So Karen could pull in the driveway, in the garage, excuse me.
So the expectation, from your understanding, is that Ms. Reed was coming back to the house at Meadows later on that evening.
Correct.
Now, as Mr. O'Keefe from that video on the screen there was walking to the car, did you happen to notice how he was dressed?
Yes.
And as far as what you observed in that video, what you recall from that evening, is that how he was dressed that evening?
Yes.
And when I say how he was dressed, for sort of the entirety of the time that you were with him?
Yes.
So it's January 28th. You recall, you indicated there was a snowstorm coming. It was cold out, is that correct?
Correct.
And with reference to that, was Mr. O'Keefe someone that would typically wear a coat?
No.
And ever? That you can recall?
Never that I could recall.
And Your Honor, with the court's permission, with reference to that same Exhibit 6, if I could publish video number 149.
Okay.
And Ms. Gilman, for the sake of time, you can start. And yes, you can bring it down. So from that video, Mr. Camerano, what is it that you and Mr. O'Keefe are doing in that video?
Heading down to McCarthy's.
Now,
Do you want the lights on, Mr. Lally?
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, at some point after you arrive at C.F. McCarthy's, who, if anyone else, sort of joins your group?
Kurt?
And that'd be Kurt Roberts, is that
Correct.
And how was it that he came to C.F. McCarthy's that night, if you know?
I texted him.
And in general terms, what do you call sort of what that text communication was like between yourself and Mr. Roberts?
Yes, he said he was busy. He was doing something that I texted him that he was a pussy.
And following that text, did Mr. Roberts eventually arrive at C.F. McCarthy's?
He showed up, yes.
And about how long after you and Mr. O'Keefe arrived did Kurt show up?
I would like to say maybe an hour.
And if you know, when was it that at some point you indicated Miss Reed appeared at C.F. McCarthy's as well?
Correct.
And do you know about how long after yourself and John arrived that Miss Reed appeared?
I don't. Exact.
Now, with reference to that establishment of C.F. McCarthy's, are you aware, or have you become aware that there was surveillance video from inside the bar that night?
Yes.
And you've seen some of that footage, is that correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
I'll want to seek to introduce and admit the surveillance video from C.F. McCarthy's as the next exhibit.
And there's no objection, Mr. Jackson?
There's none.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What report?
Tori, 55 or 50?
Your Honor, with the court's permission, I would seek to publish portions of that video for the jury at this time.
Okay.
And Ms. Gilman, if you could, from that video, the first video. And if I could ask you to play from about 7 minutes and 40 seconds, and we'll go through about 9 minutes or so. If you could pause it just there. Now, do you recognize what's up on the screen, Mr. Camerano?
Yes.
And what do you recognize that to be?
C.F. McCarthy's.
And yourself and Mr. O'Keefe are not in frame at this time, is that correct?
No.
If you could, using the laser pointer before you, if you could direct the jury's attention to where it was about in reference to the bar that you and Mr. O'Keefe eventually came to congregate that in.
These seats here?
And from this video, from your time there that night or prior occasions, can you see sort of where the front door is to the establishment?
Yes.
Could you direct the jury's attention to where that is? And so what I'm going to ask in just a moment is for Ms. Gilman to press play, and then what I'd ask you to do is if you could just direct the jury's attention to when, if at all, you observe yourself and Mr. O'Keefe walking.
Okay.
Ms. Gilman, if you could. Ms. Camerano, if you could pause it right there. And just, I'm sorry, Mr. Camerano, you're directing with the laser pointer to the
Sorry.
screen. If you could just describe what you're directing the jury's attention.
That is me, and that is John.
And thank you, sir.
Well-
Ms. Gilman, if you could just, again, play this through the 9 minutes. And Your Honor, for the record, I think we're at about 9 minutes and 41 seconds or so.
Okay.
So with reference to Steve McCarthy's, you went there, had some drinks, correct?
Yes.
Do you recall what you were drinking or what John was drinking that night?
Beer?
Is that sort of typical for the two of you?
Yes.
And do you recall sort of, was that from the tap, a bottle, or something else?
From the bottle?
And do you recall what type of beer typically you would drink or Mr. O'Keefe would drink?
Bud Light?
And do you recall specifically that's what you had that night, or that's just what you would typically have?
Typically, I think we had Bud Light.
And if you know approximately how many beers or how many drinks did you have over the course of your time at C.F. McCarthy's that night?
I don't.
As far as yourself versus Mr. O'Keefe, do you recall sort of in relation to each other how much you each had to drink?
Not maybe 6 beers.
And what I'm asking, sir, is it's not like, did one of you have 10 and one of you had 2, or was it sort of commensurate with each other?
Commensurate, one for one. I would,
Okay. So essentially you're buying rounds as you go along?
correct.
Now, from your time at C.F. McCarthy's, how would you describe sort of the tone or sort of the demeanor within the group that you were in that night?
Pretty good.
So no arguments, no fighting, anything like that you recall?
No.
And just briefly going back to the clothing that you observed Mr. O'Keefe wearing in this and that you recall him wearing that night, what, if any, damage or tears or anything like that did you note in any of his clothing that night?
I did not see any.
Now, Ms. Gilman, if I could ask you to take this down and go to the third video. And Ms. Gilman, if I could direct your attention to the 6-minute and 10-second mark through the 7-minute mark. And when you get to 6:10, if you could just pause. Now, Mr. Camerano, directing your attention to the screen, if you could, from the parties that were, within your group sort of that night at the bar, if you could just direct the jury's attention to who is who or who, if anyone, you recognize in the video.
Kurt?
So in addition to yourself and Mr. O'Keefe, Mr. Roberts has now joined your group.
Correct.
And Ms. Gilman, if you could just play it from there. Pause there, please. Now, with reference to Mr. Roberts, was he a beer drinker as well?
Yes.
And from a bottle that night, same sort of thing that yourself and Mr. O'Keefe were having?
Correct.
And from where it's paused at this point in the video, who, if anyone else, do you recognize sort of coming into frame or coming to join your group?
Karen Reed?
And so from this, is this about the time that she entered the establishment or came into the bar?
Yes.
Now, with reference to Ms. Reed, what, if anything, do you recall her drinking during your time that you were both at C.F. McCarthy's that night?
She was drinking out of a glass.
And if you know, what, if anything, did you observe as far as the color of what was in the glass?
It was clear.
And beyond sort of the clear liquid in the glass, what, if anything else, did you observe in the glass as far as a straw, fruit, anything like that?
A straw, maybe.
And what, if anything, did you know what was in the glass?
I didn't.
And as far as you could tell, what was in the glass?
Vodka?
Is that something that Ms. Reed would typically drink if you had been out with her on prior occasions?
Yes.
Now, I'm sorry to keep jumping back and forth between, but Ms. Gilman, if you could just hit play again and let it run, to the 7-minute mark. Ms. Gilman, from this same third video in this exhibit of the C.F. McCarthy's, if I could ask you to forward to the 14-minute mark and pause there. And if you could, I would ask that you play this from the 14-minute mark until about 14 minutes and 15 seconds, so just about 15 seconds. And Ms. Gilman, you can take that down for now. So Mr. Camerano, you indicated that your son was at Luce Elementary School for a play of some sort, is that correct?
He was for a little bit.
And from there, where, if anywhere else, did he go that evening?
He went to a friend's house to skate in his backyard.
Skate as far as just skating, or what, if anything else, was he?
He was skating, that little party.
Well, let me ask you this. Was he a hockey player?
Yes, he's a hockey player.
Okay, so when you say skate, he's in the
Skating,
backyard.
yes. Makeshift hockey rink in somebody's backyard.
And at some point with relation to that, what, if anything, sort of caused you to leave C.F. McCarthy's on that night?
I received a phone call that my son was hit in the face with a hockey stick and he lost his tooth.
And so upon receiving that call, where did you go?
I went to go get him.
And do you recall about what time that was that you left C.F. McCarthy's to go get him?
I don't recall.
Now, from the group that you were with, as far as yourself, Mr. O'Keefe, Ms. Reed, and Mr. Roberts, who, if anyone, left first?
I believe Kurt.
And do you recall sort of how it was that Kurt left?
Kurt just got up and left.
So, sort of an Irish goodbye?
Yeah, Irish goodbye, yes.
That's something he's known for?
Yes.
And about when was that in relation to when you left?
Not too soon after.
I'm sorry, not too soon after or not too soon before?
I left after, probably, I'd like to say 15 minutes after Kurt left.
Now, with the court's permission, Your Honor, I'd just like to publish just 2 more segments from this.
Okay.
So, Ms. Gilman, if I could direct your attention to the 4th video. 4th one down. And if I could ask you to forward it to about 19 minutes and 40 seconds. You could play from there. Ms. Gilman, if I could ask you to just pause it there for 1 second. Now, Ms. Camerano, from your looking at this surveillance video here, or from your memory of that night, you see Mr. O'Keefe speaking to another gentleman, is that correct?
Yes.
You know who that person is?
Yes.
And who is that person?
Sully?
And do you know his first name or anything beyond just Sully?
Sully, I don't know his first name.
And how is it that you know him?
Kids play baseball with his son.
So in addition to your son playing baseball with Mr. O'Keefe's nephew, Mr. Roberts, does he have a son that's around the same age?
Correct.
And this individual, Sully, he has a child that plays baseball with the 3 of your kids?
Correct.
Is that someone that you had contacted to meet there, or he just happened to be there?
He just happened to be there.
Okay. Ms. Gilman, if you could just hit play again and just run to about the 20-minute mark or so. Now, Ms. Gilman, if you could move that forward again to 24 minutes and 10 seconds. And if you could just let this run until about 24 minutes and 20 seconds, so just about 10 seconds or so. And so, Mr. Camerano, did you see yourself in that portion of the video?
Yes,
And do you know what you were doing at that time?
leaving.
And so prior to leaving, had you sort of settled up a tab or something?
Yes, I picked up the tab.
And then you left and went to get your son, correct?
Correct.
Ms. Gilman, you can take that down, please. Now, Mr. Camerano, you left there and went to pick up your son, is that correct?
Yes,
And following picking up your son, where did you go from there?
back to John's house.
And why did you go back to John's house at that time?
My daughter was there picking her up.
You went to pick up your daughter?
Correct.
And you recall approximately what time that was?
11?
And when you came back to the residence at One Meadows, did you park in the driveway again?
Correct.
And did you physically sort of go in the house to pick up your...
No, I did. No, I did not.
Now, as far as from the time that it's from the time that you left with Mr. O'Keefe to go to see if McCarthy's versus the time that you came back, anything changed as far as the position of Mr. O'Keefe's car?
No.
What, if anything, did you note as far as the garage doors were concerned, or any damage or anything like that?
Everything looked normal.
And, Your Honor, with the court's permission, I would seek to just publish another video or two from Exhibit 6.
Okay.
Bless you. And at this time, Ms. Gilman, if I could have from the driveway again, video 152. Ms. Gilman, you can stop there. Now, from that video 152 that was just up on the screen, sir, can you describe for the jury, excuse me, just as sort of what was going on in that video?
I was picking up my daughter, Madeline, and my son, Michael, was with me. Yes, all three of us.
And where did you go from there?
Home.
And when you got home, well, let me ask you this first. During the time that you were at C.F. McCarthy's, you obviously, at some point, you didn't do an Irish goodbye?
No.
Okay, so at some point, you indicated to Mr. O'Keefe and or Ms. Reed that you were leaving to go pick up your son?
Yes.
And what, if any, indication did they give to you as far as where they were going, or what were their intentions for the rest of the evening?
They were heading either across the street or to the hillside.
And when you say across the street, what, if anything, was across the street?
There's another bar room.
Is that the waterfall?
Waterfall, yes.
Are you familiar with that establishment as well?
Yes.
And where is that in relation to C.F. McCarthy?
Across the street to the left, if you were coming out of C.F. McCarthy's.
Walking distance, is that correct?
Correct.
And you leave, you get your son, you pick up your daughter at Mr. O'Keefe's house, and then you go home, correct?
Correct.
And when you get home, about how much longer were you up before you went to bed?
Wasn't up much longer.
And when you typically go to bed, what, if anything, do you do with your phone?
Put them on the charger.
Where's the charger located in reference to?
In the kitchen.
And when, following to the next day, about what time is it that you wake up on the 29th?
5:36 a.m.
And what was it that woke you up, if you know?
Phones ringing.
And how many phones do you have?
2.
And essentially one personal, one work, is that correct?
Correct.
Were both phones ringing or one or the other?
One phone at that time.
Was that your work or your personal?
My personal phone.
And get up, you hear that, you look at your phone, what, if anything, do you see on the screen?
I see a lot of missed calls, a bunch of missed calls from Karen, and missed calls from my wife's work.
And when you say missed calls, are we talking about one call, several calls,
Several calls.
any voicemails that you recall associated with those calls?
I don't recall.
And so based on sort of making that observation of the missed calls, what do you do with that?
I pick up the phone and call my wife.
And what, if anything, did you learn from your wife at that time?
My wife said to me that John.
Okay, sustained.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Okay.
So, Mr. Camerano, you call your wife, and what, if anything, is it in general that she tells you?
She tells me that John didn't come home last night.
And she's still at work at this point, is that correct?
Correct.
Did she indicate to you how she came to find that out?
She said she's received phone calls from
From whom?
Karen.
From Karen. And then based on that, you have a conversation with your wife about John's niece and nephew, is that right?
Yes, my wife says to me, go get Kaylee. Kaylee is home.
So at that time, your wife tells you that Kaylee is home in Meadows Ave by herself.
Yes.
And so based on that information, what is it that you do next?
I realize that Kaylee's home alone, so I throw some clothes on, go out to the car, clean the car off real quick, and get in the car and go.
When you say clean the car off real quick, what, if anything, did you have to clean off?
I cleaned the snow off the front windshield.
And again, you sort of drive over to John's house to get Kaylee?
Correct.
And when you get there, do you pull in the driveway as well?
Yes.
And when you get to John's house and you pull in the driveway, what, if anything, did you observe about sort of the condition of the garage doors at that point?
When I pulled in, I could tell the garage door was open, left open.
Which one? The one to the right or the one?
To the one to the right.
And do you go inside that door?
I do.
And what, if anything, did you do once you went inside?
Once I went inside, I saw Kaylee. I asked Kaylee get whatever she needed and to come and get in the car. While she was doing that, I started clearing some snow. I thought maybe snow hit the sensors, so that the door couldn't go down.
And so you start clearing the snow with a shovel?
With the shovel that was in the garage, yes.
And after you had cleared some of the snow with the shovel, what did you do with regard to the doors at that point?
So I tried to put them down. They wouldn't go down. Then I asked Kaylee, I think, to re-enter the code to see if she could get the doors to go down, but the doors would not go down. The door.
And at some point, how did you get the,
So I manually, there's a red rope. I manually pulled that, shut the door, locked the doors. There's 2 side locks on the garage door, and I went out through the side garage door.
now, when you arrived at the residence and you pulled into the driveway, do you recall how many vehicles were in the driveway when you got there?
Yes.
And how many?
2.
And whose vehicles were they?
John's and Karen's.
And John's vehicle, where was that in relation to the last time that you saw it when you picked up your daughter there?
Same spot.
And as far as the defendant, Ms. Reed's vehicle, where was that in relation to the garage or in relation to the driveway?
It was pulled in on the left side, all the way in.
So in the area of the garage door that you were just speaking
Correct.
about? And at that time, did you look at the vehicle or touch the vehicle in any way?
No.
Fair to say that your focus was sort of on the garage door and the fact that it was open, correct?
Correct.
And why was that? Maybe self-evident, but why was your focus on
Because I figured John would go crazy when he came home and all the snow was in his garage.
Now, at any point in time when you initially got the call from your wife, did you yourself reach out to John at any point?
I did not.
You know, if I may, I would just seek to publish just a few more videos from Exhibit 6, the driveway ring.
Okay.
And Ms. Gilman, if I could have, from those, first starting with video 155, and essentially it's going to go 155 through 158. If you could pause it. And Mr. Camerano, you recognize what's up on the screen again?
Yes, my car.
And is this sort of when you're pulling in to get Kelly?
Correct.
Using the laser pointer before you, again, if you could just direct the jury's attention to where you observed Ms. Reed's vehicle. And is that essentially from what you observed there, that's where it was the entirety of the time that you were there?
Yes.
So nobody else came to the home during the time that you were there to pick up Kaylee and shoveling out the snow from the garage?
No.
Ms. Gilman, if you could just run it. Gilman, if you could play the next video, 156.
Car's locked.
Gilman, next video 157. Last thing, Ms. Gilman, video 158. Ms. Gilman, you can take that. And so, Mr. Camerano, what was just in those last 4 videos that were played before the jury? Is that essentially the process that you were describing as far as yourself and Kaylee trying to get the garage door down?
Correct.
And so you leave from there and go back to your house, is that correct?
Yes.
And where does sort of you and Kaylee go once you get inside?
We go into the house. We're in the kitchen in my house, and my daughter. We get my daughter up.
And your daughter then sort of hangs out with Kaylee for a period of time?
Correct. They go downstairs and they were hanging out.
And at some point in time, how does Kaylee leave your house, or where does she go from there?
I take Kaylee home.
And why is it that you take Kaylee home? About what time is it, if you know?
I don't know what time. Paul had called me.
And by Paul, who do you mean by
Paul O'Keefe, John's brother.
And he had informed you that John had passed?
Yes.
So you took Kaylee to the house on Meadows Ave to be with the family, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Jackson?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Camerano, just a few questions. You and your wife did spend a lot of time with John O'Keefe and Karen Reed as a couple, correct?
Decent amount, yes.
Would you have considered John one of your best friends?
A good friend.
In fact, you were close enough that your children spent a lot of time with John O'Keefe and Karen Reed as a couple and their kids, correct?
Correct.
In fact, isn't it true that sometimes they would even vacation together with Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed?
Correct.
There was a trusting relationship that you had with both Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed to put your kids in their care.
Correct.
You mentioned this wonderful news about your kids, your daughter, getting into this great school. I think it was called Bishop.
Bishop fan, yes.
Before the acceptance, there was actually a sort of a process, like an open house, that you needed to take the kids to, correct?
Yes.
You took your daughter, right?
I don't recall.
You remember being at an open house and a tour of Bishop with Karen Reed and John O'Keefe and John's niece?
I do recall being in an auditorium, I do.
Yeah, big auditorium, big tour of the school.
Yes.
In hopes of all the kids getting in.
Yes,
Okay, to make sure it's the right fit for the kids.
correct.
And Karen was there, sort of as a
She was.
matriarch for John's niece.
Yes,
Your daughter spent a lot of time just with Karen, Miss Reed,
correct.
running errands, going to Miss Reed's house, having Miss Reed care for her,
Correct.
and you had no issues with that
No,
because you liked Karen. You liked
Correct.
Miss Reed.
correct.
It was probably, did you say once a week that you would hang out with and socialize with Miss Reed and Mr. O'Keefe?
Yes,
So you got to know them not just individually, but as a couple together, correct?
yes,
You saw them on most Friday nights, right?
correct.
You never saw them argue or fight.
Argue.
Matter of fact, one time you were asked about this in front of a grand jury, and you said, I wouldn't even call it bickering, they would just banter together.
I guess so, yes.
You never heard Mr. O'Keefe complain about Miss Reed or vice versa?
No, I did hear him complain about like when when Karen would buy like very nice things for the kids, like he wouldn't like that, stuff like that, or take the kids to get their nails done or something like that.
So maybe spoiling the children.
Yes,
A little bit.
yes,
Certainly nothing to suggest that there was any abuse or anything like that. It was just a matter of fact.
correct, correct,
Mr. O'Keefe had an idea about how to raise children that was maybe a little bit more modest than Ms. Reed did.
correct,
So you described earlier at another hearing, you described a situation in which Ms. Reed got a very expensive sweater for Mr. O'Keefe's niece.
correct.
And Mr. O'Keefe's response was, boy, I wish he hadn't done that. That's spoiling that little girl.
Yes,
All right. You would agree there are worse things in the world than spoiling a child.
correct.
Objection.
I'll let it stand.
You never heard Mr. O'Keefe even hint at the idea of breaking up with Miss Reed.
Not that I can recall.
I want to turn your attention to January 28th, if I could. We saw a video, and you explained what was happening in the video, where some cars were being jostled around. That was Mr. O'Keefe actually moving his car to facilitate Miss Reed bringing her car over to his house to put it in the garage, correct?
Yes,
Kind of a chivalrous thing to do for your loved one.
yes,
Didn't want her to be out in the snow if it was going to be a heavy snow, is that right?
correct.
And the idea was that even that weekend, he intended that Miss Reed would likely be with him and the family for the entirety of the weekend during that blizzard.
Correct.
So she'd have a nice warm place and a dry place to put her car.
Yes,
You saw a video that Mr. Lally played for you of the moment. There's several videos, but I want to direct your attention or your memory to the video of when Miss Reed actually made her way into McCarthy's.
yes,
You have that scene in your mind?
yes,
You saw in the video when Miss Reed actually walked into the location how Miss Reed and Mr. O'Keefe greeted each other,
Objection.
I'll allow it.
correct?
yes,
It appeared that that was quite an affectionate greeting. Would you agree?
Objection.
Do you agree with that?
they kissed, yeah.
Would you consider a kiss affectionate?
Yes,
They hugged each other, correct?
I don't recall.
Mr. O'Keefe put his right arm out and Miss Reed sort of nestled into his embrace,
Okay,
and that's when he kissed her?
yes,
Okay. They seemed happy to see each other. Is what I
yes,
heard. observe while you were at CF McCarthy's with them, you didn't observe any arguing or bickering between the two of them?
No.
As a matter of fact, they were sort of the normal, affectionate, laughing, happy couple that you were used to seeing, correct?
Yes.
There didn't seem to be any tension between them at CF McCarthy's, is that right?
Not that I recall.
All right. I want to just ask a couple of more questions. During the span of time that you knew them to be together, would you describe their relationship as being normal and caring?
Objection.
I'll sustain that.
I want to just draw your attention to the month before Mr. O'Keefe's passing. Would you describe their relationship to be normal as far as you knew it to be?
Yes.
And on the day before Mr. O'Keefe's passing, would you describe their interactions to be normal and caring and affectionate?
Yes.
That's all I have, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Anything, Mr. Lally?
No redirect, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Camerano, thank you very much. You're all set, sir.